Potent Pondering, I'm back with another video. Yo, I wanted to come and do this video because I just feel like no matter how many views that it gets, I feel like the information in this video will be really helpful to a person who is struggling with negative thoughts and just needs some assistance. So please share this video with anybody you know is going through something where they deal with constant negative thoughts and they just need a little assistance. You know what I mean? I'm going to share a brief bit of my story in regards to how I had to overcome negative thoughts and, the steps that I took to, deal with these things. So listen, please thumbs up this video. When you get in here, thumbs up. That's all I ask for you to do. Thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. All right. So my trek with negative thoughts, I would say that it started like on a consistent basis. It started when I was in 9th grade. So I'm going to go very brief. I'm not going to go into full detail. So I had a situation in 9th grade where my father was dating this woman who she had a sister who had epilepsy, right? So the sister, just to get straight to it, she had a grand mal seizure. I was there the night she had it. I made phone calls to the aunt up the street and I told her like, hey, she's going through, having a seizure. She's like, she should have had her ass up the street. She gonna just have to come out of it. She had 2 more seizures. She ended up having a big seizure. She ended up dying, right? Now, this was my 9th grade year in 1997. So it was like my whole 9th grade year, to be honest with you, I was depressed. I constantly had these thoughts every day of waking up in the morning, thinking about this situation, feeling like it was my fault. No matter what they said, it was my fault. It was my fault, right? So my mom, she brought me to see a therapist. And the therapist did, and I was fully transparent. And this is why sometimes when you go to therapy, not sometimes, all the time, when you go to therapy, be fully transparent so that they are able to assist you and help you work through what it is that you need to get through, right? So my issue is that I just kept having these thoughts. I felt like I had a constant monkey on my back. Like I just could not overcome these thoughts. Like it's my fault. Like, and I'm going to tell you some of the things that I did. So it was like everywhere I turned, I could be laughing with you right now, but when I turn my head, it's just like I'm back into this, the negative thoughts and the constant like rumination of these thoughts over and over and over again, right? So I went to go see a psychologist. The psychologist told me she tried this strategy with me where she was just be like, stop, and just silence, right? Now, that didn't work for me until I developed my own skill that I'm going to share with you in this video, which is very important. I want you to follow this and let me know in the comments if you've tried this. Once you try this, and come back in the video and let me know if it works for you, right? So listen, so I'm going on and I'm just realizing like, look, this is life. This is my brain. My brain will always be with me. It will always be with me. I can never escape it. You can't run away from it like a bill. You can't get away from it like a family member or a friend who you have some sort of discourse with or whatever. Your brain is with you and you're going to have to learn to control it. So what I've learned over the years, I learned this when I was younger, right? I used to have and then I felt like once that situation came, when that situation happened to me, I felt like anything else that would bother me, it was like a repeat. It would just be on my mind as soon as I wake up in the morning. I know you know what I mean when I say that. You wake up in the morning and it's like, boom, these toxic thoughts or whatever is on your mind. But I'm going to tell you, you got more control over your life than you think you do. You have more control over it than you think you do. And honestly, you will be shocked to know that we are a part of the reason why why these thoughts and they keep perpetuating over and over and over again. So let me tell you what I did. So one day I just got tired of it, right? And I'm so shocked at myself that I haven't been shared this with people. I've shared it when I've in different content, when I've gone live and stuff, but I really want to do a video focused on it, right? So what I did was I realized this is me. This is my mind. I'm not going nowhere. What am I going to do to get over this hump? Listen, as far as I'm concerned, there ain't a medication that could heal it. You can speak to a therapist and, spend co-pays and all of that. That may not heal it. And I'm not no psychologist, no doctor or anything like that. I'm telling you how to have control internally and how to control these things, right? What I did was this. I said, what I did was this. What I realized what was the part of my downfall was merely me just entertaining it and, in my mind, right? Now, let me tell you, you see how I'm talking to you now? And it's like, imagine if a person was here and we're having a conversation and you're just like, blah, 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 this, right? Now, when you're silent and you have a thought going through your mind, like say the thought goes through my mind, like, damn, like, I should have called the paramedics. I should have called 911 or whatever. Guess what? That happened in 1997. It is now 2025. There is nothing that I can do about that, right? What it is that you have to realize what it is that you're even thinking about. And what I want you to do is to follow this tip. This is when the rumination, starts and begins. And it's like, you're talking aloud, but what you don't realize is, and this is not even schizophrenia or anything like that, but you're entertaining conversations in your mind. And the best way that I can relate to you is to all of my old school people. You remember when we were younger and the computer would get a virus and it's just like, all these different envelopes would keep opening up, like boom, 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 boom. It's just like a virus. There's so many, like your computer is infected and all these different folders will be opening up or whatever, right? This is how I've always related this to thoughts, because it's like one thought, it's like boom, boom, boom. It's back to back, back. No, what I need you to do and follow me. It's very simple. And once you start doing it over and over and over, you will realize the results that you get. And it'll be like, damn, I handled that. What I want you to do when a negative thought is met with your mind and you think about it, I don't want you to, when you know what I'm saying when I said ruminate, and you know what I mean when I'm talking audibly right now and you can hear me, you keep conversations going in your mind. Yes, you do. You do. You think about like, oh, this happened, and you going through the what ifs. I want you to stop that. I want you to cut it off. When a negative thought comes to your mind, I want you to give it silence. You know what I do? When something happens, I turn my head. And I'll be like, I'm not entertaining that. In my mind, I'm like, nope. And then I wait for a new thought to flow in. I don't feed it. I don't go through the what ifs. I don't go through the wondering and the questioning, because listen, we ain't even there no more. No matter what it is, baby, you ain't there no more. I don't want you to go through the what ifs. I don't want you to ruminate and, just question stuff and open up more envelopes. And then the next thing you know, you done went through a rabbit hole in your mind. I don't want you to do that. I'm telling you, the advice that I'm giving you right now will help you, because you'll learn how to take control of your mind. Sweetheart, your brain is going to be with you for the rest of your life. It's going to be with you. You have to learn to control it. Anytime something comes to your mind and you opening up the envelopes and you constantly going through it, the rumination, you're questioning it and you like the what ifs and this and that. No, I want you to stop that. I want you to stop it. When you're met with a negative thought in your mind, I want you to turn your head and be like, nope, not today. No, wait for a new thought to flow in. I don't want you to entertain it, because I feel like the missing piece to the puzzle that people don't realize is that we talk and we entertain. When people be like, oh, I'm not talking to this person no more, I'm not entertaining the conversation anymore or whatever, right? You say that you're not entertaining that conversation and then you stop entertaining it with that person, then you move on or whatever. But people don't talk much about the conversations that you entertain yourself in your mind. Even though you don't entertain things audibly, like, vocalizing or whatever, you still entertaining it in your mind. I want you to stop the rumination. Anytime a negative thought is met in my mind, I'm telling you. And then I'm going to be completely honest with you. Sometimes you might slip up and you might just be thinking like, well, up. And then you'll learn once you start doing these steps and you stop even entertaining it, I'm telling you, you will understand what I mean. If you just take something away from this video, just realize I want you to stop entertaining the negative thoughts. Just stop it. It's not worth it. It don't serve you, right? I think about all of the things. Now, listen, when I was in 9th grade and I was going through that period of being so stressed out and depressed, I did the best that I ever done in school. Because you want to know why? I felt like I could only hear my thoughts. I was so stressed and not stressed. I was so depressed thinking about this every day. I was so mad waking up. My mom, she would do so many different things, like try to bring me out and do this. She'd be like, why are you worried about that? Why are you dwelling on that or whatever, right? But I was younger. I didn't know how to take control of my mind. My mom, and I love her to death, she put me in therapy. The therapist tried that little stop. She was just like, your mind is going, just say stop. That works, but what about after that? You didn't tell me about the rumination after that. How your mind will just keep opening up folders and the what ifs and the this and that and this. I want you to stop it. You and looking in the camera, I want you to stop it. When that negative thought comes to your mind, I want you to turn your head and be like, not today. I want you to not entertain it. I don't want you to go through the what ifs. I don't want you to think about any if it's not serving you, I don't let no new thoughts flow in. I want you to wait until the next thought flows into your mind. And then you'll notice more and more after that. You'll stop even, and then when that negative thought comes to your mind, weeks or whatever, it won't even be as consistent. When it does come to your mind, you'll be like, oh, Oh, but when it comes to your mind and you're entertaining it and you're going through the rabbit hole, you're never going to get over it. Trust me, I know that is not fun. It is not fun. I used to think that it was something wrong with me. Like, is this going to be on my mind for the rest of my life? And I had to realize, no. And trust me, I've been thinking this, I've been handling it this way probably since about 10th grade. 10th, 11th grade, I would say that I was just like, no, I'm not allowing myself to feel like this every single day. Listen, and I'm not saying that we're not human beings. There's certain things you'll think of more often than others. Like if somebody passes away or if somebody is sick, you can't just get over those things. But I'm even telling you how to manage those things. If you can't change it or anything like that, or if it's not a goal, a positive goal that needs to be on your mind and you're trying to think of ways to brainstorm or business or whatever, or, school or investing or whatever it is that's positive. I want you to feed and ruminate on the positive things. When something negative comes to your mind, I want you to be like, nope. I don't want you to feed it. And you know what I mean when I say feed it. You thinking in your mind constantly like, damn, like this, the what ifs, you're going through that. Stop it. Stop it. Shout out to, and that psychologist, she was from Northeast Psychologist in upstate New York and Colony, New York. And that was when I was in 9th grade. I'm gonna be 42 years old this year. She's actually retiring this year. So what was her name? I can't think of her name, but I'll ask my cousin about it, or whatever. But that's not really relevant. But she's retiring this year. That woman, she's the one who also told me this, right? This was a gem that she dropped on me. And this actually helped me heal. But what I really needed help with was controlling the negative thoughts. So what she told me, she was like, she was like, you were 15 at that point. You made the phone call up the street to the aunt. This woman, she had epilepsy. People with epilepsy, they have different time frames as far as like survival or anything like that, right? She said you did what you were supposed to do. That's, the aunt should have stepped in and did whatever. She was like, let me tell you something about life. Everything is like a bee sting. It's like a bee sting. It hurts today and then it gets better and better and better. And then that gave me the skill to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And this is why I tell people now, I'm like, even when I'm going through something, it might be weird to you, but I could smile through it because I know that I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I know that what's happening today, that I will get through it. I will get through it, go through it or whatever and make it through it. So listen, I hope that this video inspires somebody. If you going through and having those toxic negative thoughts, whatever it is, if it's not serving you, I want you in silence to not entertain it. Do not entertain it. Entertaining it is what's keeping us stuck. Imagine if that thought comes to my mind now, like, oh, you should have did this, you should have did that. And I'm just like, boom, boom, and this and that, and like silently in my mind. I don't even entertain it. I don't. It's like next, I turn my head, I wait for the next thought to come in. When I say turn my head, I'm just giving that as an example. You don't got to do that. When it comes to your mind, don't feed it. Just don't feed the negative thoughts. And not too many people emphasize on how to stop that. Our minds are going to be with us for whatever. What you have to do is practice strategies and, ways to get over it. No pill is going to help you through that. No amount of times of speaking to somebody about some negative thoughts that you keep having is going to help you with that. Feed it silence. It comes to your mind. Wait for the next thought to flow in. Potent Pondering, subscribe to this channel. I hope that anybody who catches this, I don't know how many views that this is going to get, but I hope that it serves a purpose in somebody's life. I hope that you silence the BS. The same way that you stop speaking to somebody verbally, I want you to stop entertaining the conversation silently. It's hurting you. You're ruminating. It's hurting you. Stop it. Stop entertaining it. Listen, subscribe to this channel, thumbs up the video, and I'm up out of here. Peace.